Okay, so did you guys not have the incinerator scene in Toy Story 3? If not, and if they actually did escape Sunnyside without Lacho catching them at the trash bin, then I've got some news for you. You better bring a tissue because I'm thinking about making a fan cut using my cut of 3 and your cut of 3 too. Basically, it's going to be a fan edit, basically, kind of like Star Wars The Final Cut, or Rogue One and the Andor Cut, or Star Wars The Siege of Mandalore, or Picard The Last Generation, which I'm also planning on downloading, maybe. Star Trek Picard The Last Generation, maybe. But yeah, basically what I'm planning on doing is I'm going to keep everything the same, leading up to the incinerator rescue, and then we're going to make some alternate cut between certain scenes in the original Toy Story 3 I have and post-shift Toy Story 3, all while leading them all into the attic, and Woody would go with Andy, creating a more powerful conclusion. Granted, I would need to make a new cut of Toy Story 4 and 5 after this. It is an idea I have been floating around in my head. Aside from the Toy Story idea, let's just say my idea for Toy Story 4, 6, 7, 8, 9 should have been, they're not going in this direction. They chose to have a post-credit scene for Toy Story 6 with the old toys still in there. My idea for Toy Story 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe even 10, is it would follow a new cast of toys. And I was actually hoping that the lily pad would actually turn into a villain. And she would cause one of the toys to have to sacrifice himself in order to save the other toys. But we all know they weren't planning on that. So let's just say, if you guys have an alternate 4 and 5 that does lead to a final conclusion, maybe then I'll probably test my skills with this director's cut if Pixar likes it. If they don't use AI, maybe if I might have to. I don't like that, but I have to use their AI shadow rendering system because I'm going to have to be working with them in order to do this. I would make my own version of Toy Story 6, 7, 8, and 9, and 10 that has a new cast of toys, a new kid, new everything, and yes, it would cover one of the movies would cover the same topic of toys versus tech, with the lily pad also being in it, but it wouldn't be Andy's toys, it would be a new version of them that I would create. It's my idea. Other than that, my idea of the Toy Story, it's a 4th cut they're making, I would like to make. It's called the Toy Story 3. Basically what it would be is it would be the more intense cut of the film. Now, I did not get the ending where they burn in the incinerator, but I did get an ending where they do get rescued from the incinerator, but go to Bonnie. Honestly, either going to Bonnie and after being rescued from the incinerator, or being incinerated, or just having no incinerator scene, but actually not having them mean no rescue, but they actually escape Sunnyside and go home. None of those 3 endings have me being satisfied. So what I want to do is actually show an ending where they actually almost escape Sunnyside, find their way to the incinerator, and yes, I will have Sid in the beginning of this one. If you notice Toy Story through my version of it, you'll see Sid is like a garbage man now. I'll leave it up to interpretation if later in the movie he actually does save the toy. People actually figured that out, and it's a pretty big theory. So I won't show Sid bringing the aliens onto the thing on screen. I will tell people if that's what happened. If they theorize that's what happened, I'll tell them that's what happened. But basically, it would lead them into the incinerator room. Lotso would leave them behind, making them even more menacing and evil. And then, instead of burning, they get rescued by the Claw. Which, fun fact, they actually visited an actual incinerator room to find the Deus Ex Machina, and they saw a Claw in the one they visited. And they're like, aha, that's the Deus Ex Machina. And we're gonna have that happen, and then they're gonna go back to Andy's house after being rescued, after Woody said, "What about Lotso?" Don't worry, guys, he's not worth it. And he's gonna this is my idea for a Toy Story 3 alternate cut. Fourth cut that I would be willing to do for my own self and others. If possible, I might not need to animate any new scenes. But yeah, you get the gist. Basically, they would go back, probably go into the attic. I'll figure out if Woody still goes to college with Andy or not. Probably might still be after the incinerator scene rescue, which there was a Lego set of that rescue scene. I did build back in the day, believe it or not. I didn't know I was building. Basically, let's just say this. The ending I'm planning is going to be very emotional. After the incinerator, it'll make the going into the attic even after the incinerator rescue. It's going to make the ending that you guys got even more emotional with them going to the attic. Anyways, see you guys. Bye.